Okay guys, it's time for another update. I have a ceanothus dark star that I'm really excited to plant soon. And I got like a pink daylily with my friend. That is a purple bear valley, I think. Jerusalem artichoke. I had some flowers, but I failed to video them so that you guys could see them. But they were the supposedly chocolate cosmos. They were kind of little flowers. They didn't really smell that chocolatey to me, but maybe that was just their first go, and that's why. This is a Trinidad sweet perfume pepper that's actually looking really good. It was struggling at first, but I think it's found its happy place. I am going to plant out these cucumbers and melon seedlings today because we're supposed to get a whole week full of rain next week, so I'm pretty excited about that. My chocolate daisy still hanging in there. Doesn't look great, but doesn't look bad. The towers are looking good. Some of you can see one of these guys it fell over because it was too heavy and I didn't have a support on it. So I tried to stick it back up there and support it, and it's just like, nah, I'm done. So there's a bunch of tomatoes on there, so I'm gonna leave it as long as it will last, and then I will cut it off, and hopefully some of those tomatoes will ripen between now and then. So some of these do look a little struggly, the tomatoes. It's just that time of year, blight and whatnot. So I'm just gonna leave them and see what I can get out of them, and that's how that's gonna go. These finally bloomed, these seeds from last year. So this one's a white one and a pale yellow. I haven't seen that one bloom yet, but I was really happy to see a nice variety of colors in here this year, just from seeds last year and some starts I bought. So this is my Scott's black fig, and it has put on so much growth. I'm so excited. It was just a little stick when I planted it in the fall. These guys have either come back or self-seeded. They call them fairy snapdragons. It starts with an L, but I can't remember the name of it right now. And then my regular snapdragons have all put on seed, which I hope they just scatter everywhere. Got a pineapple sage, another chocolate daisy, and the strawberries are coming out, trying to fill in the spot, which I'm okay with. I mean, it needs to be filled in. I was hoping for some edibles, and strawberries are edibles. I have a ton of strawberries, so I don't really need those, but guys, look at this. So there's like really big Bermuda grass growing up in the middle of that daylily. That's a bizitch to get rid of. I might have to get in there and dig. That's a Yampa, I think. Hostas are looking good, getting a little bit dry and sunburnt. I would put the tape on them today, except it is again supposed to rain for like 5 days. So, and those are my other figs. They're looking good. So that's everything on this side of the garden. Let's cross my driveway. So this sage I planted has put up some new flower stalks and some new leaves, which is great. This tiger fig's growing up. This I've been harvesting a lot and giving to the neighbors. This Primark Freedom Blackberry. And I have another one in the backyard. So I'll try and do a video on the backyard too, so you guys can see what that looks like. I am like anxiously waiting for this lily to open up. It just hasn't yet. So got some native blueberries ready, and I'm kind of gonna walk you through here. My dahlias have come up. That is a stevia plant. Found this and put it on Instagram. This is a Spiranthes wildflower, and it's in the orchid family. It's not really focusing really great, but it's just like really cool because how the flowers just go all up the stem. So that I just knew that I hadn't planted that, and I was just real curious. Oh my goodness, that focus is terrible. I knew I hadn't planted that, and I wasn't sure what it was. So I looked it up, and I'm pretty excited to have like a native in there, you know. The transplants from the plant sale are all looking good. Even that guy looked like a little red, kind of struggled, coming back looking great. Rock rose, I love this. This thing is always flowering, and it's got a ton of seed heads, so I'm sure it'll spread. The orange rose is starting to put on new growth, and I'll get a new flush of flowers. This rosebush flowers pretty much all year long, as I keep the dead ones knocked off. I'm so so excited about having my echinaceas back. They're just one of my favorite flowers. It took a while for me to figure out how they grow in this area because it's so hot and humid, and they're like, oh, they're drought tolerant. Yeah, they are drought tolerant, but until I had like a ground cover of strawberries and stuff around them, they really struggled. And you'll see some other places where there's not this nice green ground cover to keep their roots cool, and the echinaceas do struggle. So I think echinaceas aren't as like super hardy as they're supposed to, at least not the, you know, fancy ones. I'm sure that the natives are great. I'm excited to see this horse mint flower. It's got flower heads on it now, and I'm really happy. It's a really pretty pink flower, like a bee balm. It's in the balm family. See, so like these echinaceas don't get as big. They really struggle over here because there's just not that ground cover as thick as over in the other area. And I think I have a beautyberry growing right here. I could be wrong. It could just be not purple shiso, but it doesn't smell like shiso, and I'm just hoping. We'll see. I did plant a beautyberry that I got on eBay, but it's really puny looking. Hey, I don't remember planting this clasping coneflower, but it 100% has come up over here, and I'm gonna let it stay because this is like a bunch of natives over here. The wine cups are just showing out. I am so pleased I bought those last year and planted them because I hope they spread. So probably you can't see it, but way back there, that tiny little stick, that's the beautyberry I got in the mail. I was not impressed, but I planted it. We're gonna see. This is my clasping coneflower that I did plant for sure, and that one's really pretty showing out. I'm very happy about that. You can see some of the echinaceas coming up over here. Again, they're not as big and tall because they don't have the same kind of ground cover, but hopefully that pumpkin will take off and they'll have some coverage, and they'll be really happy here. I am happy to see my yarrow out. So I've got some red back there, and this one's like a light pink. And then if I want over to the left come up, that's like kind of a middle pink. I just love, look, we've got ants on the passion fruit blooms, but we're gonna have flowers soon, and I'm sure the Gulf fritillary will come by soon and lay eggs. So all of the wild garlic that I just let grow in the front garden is all done for the year. It's gonna flop over, die back, come back next year. My Baptisia. Oh look, oh, I wonder if I can get it. I don't think so, but you guys see that little, hold on, let's see, where's that? Yeah, do you guys see that little butterfly right there? That's kind of cool. He's just sitting there. Anyway, this is Baptisia. It has these beautiful blue lupine-like flowers, and it has put some up, but this is also a host plant for some kind of butterfly because the leaves just get stripped every year, which is cool. They come back. I'm not sweating it. But yeah, I do enjoy it that it actually came up nice and strong and flowered, and then now it will be food for baby caterpillars. My variegated sweet potato, that like kind of purpley and green, that's looking good. I do have a pumpkin kind of right next to it that's okay. Ooh, this is one of my favorite echinaceas. Look, I'm telling you guys, when they have all this coverage at the bottom, dude, look at that color. You probably can't see it, but that's like a fuchsia, not really a red, and it is freaking gorgeous. Anyway, we got the mist flower. This is a native that's coming up, and that actually usually gets about this tall, so we'll see how big it gets this year. That's a Carolina spice bush kind of putting up sprouts. I don't know how long that'll stay or what. We'll see. This, when I planted, okay, so also the echinaceas kind of revert sometimes after a while, but when I planted this, it was one of my favorite, one of my favorite colors. So I'm really waiting for these to color up to see if they're still like that really cool color that I like, because it's kind of a gradient color or not. I am pleased to say that my tiger fig has figs on it, and it's looking great. I am coming by and monitoring for like rust and stuff on all of my figs. Turk's cap getting huge. I did plant another gummy berry right here, and that's looking good. I do have a dark star ceanothus that I'm gonna put right here between these two stumps. I stuck some cuttings of some pear trees, a pear tree I bought. One of them still has leaves, the rest are just dead, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna plant it there. These are not coming back. I've given them plenty of time. Those world's best mulberries are not coming back, which is fine. I deadheaded my dahlia, but it was putting on a lot of great growth. I am so pleased with this pawpaw this year. It has come up so nicely, and I hope it just keeps putting on growth. I hope it's finally hit that point where it starts just growing tall and will start fruiting in the next couple years. Daylilies. The phlox are still kind of hanging on over there. But these are Egyptian walking onions all here, and I just let them kind of go wild. My mom's mum is getting nice and big. I did pinch it, so it's got some side shoots coming out, which should be a nice bushy plant this fall. And that has grown so much that lantana, it was just a little old thing, and now it's really, really showing out. I love these dianthus. This is my mountain mint. It's not the most showy, you know, kind of plant, but it is the most beloved plant of all the pollinators and the wasps and the native bees and the flies. Like this, I should put more of this, now that I'm talking about it with you guys, I should put more of this around the front yard, because it is the biggest attractant to all the wasps and everything, and it's just a mountain mint. So I did miss the best day for the Stokes asters, but you can kind of see they are the color of and kind of remind me of artichoke flowers. So this is just probably one of my favorite plants, and it's a little fussy about where it gets put and how it thrives, but once you find a place it likes, oh my gosh, it's great. I planted a rose here. It looks kind of puny. Hopefully it will bounce back. I've got like one tiny little rose, you know, leaf coming out, so we'll see. Turk's cap's looking good. This is a Seckel pear, which doesn't seem unhappy, hasn't put on any new growth, but doesn't seem unhappy. That is my kind of apricot plum, mum is what I'm trying to say, apricot colored mum. And then the blueberries are recovering from a really harsh year last year where it just got really dry and we lost 2, and we cut these back a lot, but I ran a drip tape along here, so this year hopefully they will be good to go. Oh look, there's always all these baby Turk's cap. Like, I love the Turk's cap because it's hardy and it's drought tolerant, and the hummingbirds and everybody loves it, but my gosh, you got to stay on it if you don't want it spreading everywhere. This prairie rose has bloomed and it's got like little hips. I'm hoping those will get bigger and red. I'm hoping it'll put on another flush of flowers. I've never grown this one. It's a wild rose-ish, so I don't really know how it's gonna go. These daylilies are looking good. I don't want to upset this bee that's in my little clover patch. And then this pumpkin looks the best of all because it gets a little shade, I think, and it's like very not disturbed back here. So I cannot wait for my hydrangeas to put on flowers. They have all kind of popped out, so I'm happy about that. Daisies are looking good. I am pretty excited because, let me move this. I planted my clematis. This guy was struggling. I tied him up. He's looking good. So I'm hoping these clematises, and there's another one over here who's doing a lot better. Like, it's just much taller, much happier. So I hope these will go big. And there's a lot of new growth on my camellias, so I'm pretty happy about that. But I know it's a lot. I appreciate y'all's time. The little flower garden, you could definitely see that the bluebells have, not bluebells, bluebonnets have died back. They've got their seed heads. I was watering the other day and I listened to them snap, crackle, and pop open. So I'm excited to see, you know, all the stuff that kind of grows underneath as the bluebonnets come up. There's a rando sunflower up in here. The echinaceas are coming up. This is what they usually revert to when you have echinaceas that like self-seed or revert back to their natural color. That's about the right color. This one just came up in the perennial sunflowers and it looks a little orangey pinky, so I'm really excited to see what color that turns out to be. This one's another nice tall one, so I'm hoping that it comes out to be something interesting. I got this from World Market. We get hail here and my bird baths kept getting broken, so I got a metal bird bath bowl. This is the only larkspur that's come up and I love it and I'm so happy about it. And then this guy, I did not plant a yellow echinacea here, but it came up yellow and I am super excited about that because it's just gorgeous. Very, very happy, really excited to see, you know, the nigella. You can kind of see that, the liatris, the rose. There's a little viola down here. So the mint, I don't love the mint, but the mint is here. And yeah, I love this little wild looking flower habitat area. So that is the front yard tour for late May.